Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Subscribers to my channel may know that I am a huge Rangers of Shadow Deep fan. I have here the beautiful deluxe edition of the rules, which was released in summer 2020. And there's another video on my channel already where I go through this book and talk about how wonderful it is. Prior to this edition, which was published by Modiphius, the book was available through DriveThruRPG, but this is a more complete product, beautifully presented, additional artwork, better layout, a few revisions to things, some of the stuff from expansions, all in one place. It's a wonderful starting point for the game. But yesterday, one of my viewers expressed concerns in the comments section to one of my videos that there is a new edition of this game coming out. There is a new book. As far as I was aware, the only new version coming out was a standard edition version of this deluxe edition, which basically changed out the faux leather covering for a more retail friendly format. But it was my understanding that that book was going to be exactly the same in terms of contents. But to be sure, I did some snooping around, I looked around, I went over to the Modiphius online store, and the only other version of this book that I could find was that standard retail edition, which has a nice red cover instead of the green faux leather. But reading the online store description for that book did give me some concerns, because the description states, "This new Rangers of Shadow Deep book is a brand new retail edition with a matte laminate cover and updates to the core rules, making it the most definitive version of the game to date." Of course, that sounds like there have been updates from the deluxe edition that was released prior. Reading on, the description of the product includes some bullet points of the most interesting new features, and some of those bullet points include brand new layout with a dozen new pieces of art from Barrett Stanley, includes updated core rules combined with character building elements first presented in Temple of Madness, and new challenge levels for all of the scenarios. And again, that sounds like new content, but those exact same bullet points were used to sell the deluxe edition that I have. And indeed, that deluxe edition does have a dozen new illustrations. It does have the Temple of Madness character building elements. It does have those challenge levels. So obviously this left me somewhat in two minds. Was this just a rebound version of the deluxe edition, or have they actually done some updates? Have they modified the contents? The deluxe edition of the book is no longer available on their web store, and this edition is priced at £37. So it did seem to me that this was just the retail edition of what was previously a deluxe edition. They'd simply changed out the faux leather covering for the matte laminate cover and made it a more retail friendly product. And then they had reused all of the selling points that they had previously used to sell the deluxe edition. To be sure, I contacted the customer services department at Modiphius, and they very promptly responded, and they did confirm. They have said this new standard edition has exactly the same contents as the deluxe edition. The only differences are the cover, and they have corrected a few typos. The actual content, the actual gameplay content, is exactly the same. So if you already have the deluxe edition like I have, you don't need to pick up this edition. If you missed out on the deluxe edition and you can't find it, this is exactly the same product, just with a different binding. So whichever of these books you pick up, you are getting an excellent introduction to the world of the Rangers of Shadow Deep, and whichever one you get, you aren't missing out on anything. And that's all I've got to say about that. This may not have been particularly useful to many people, but hopefully anybody who was thinking of picking up Rangers of Shadow Deep, anybody worried that they'd missed out on the deluxe edition, anybody who had the deluxe edition and was worried that there was a new edition they were going to have to buy, hopefully this video has allayed those concerns. But that's it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider pressing the like button. If you've really enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so, and hopefully I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.